one of the ways that we can, make it useful is when somebody who's a part of who you are and has gone through situations, वो अपनी कहानी सुनाए. Here's one person who inspires me all the time, and I requested him to fly down from Bangalore to be with us today. How many of you have survived cancer once? Okay, so we have no hands who are saying that they survived cancer thrice. This gentleman is sitting with me, has survived cancer thrice. So, so I wanted him to come and share his story. And also, when I was talking to a lot of people, Dr. Anand is also here. I spoke to him when I was asking about his experiences of dealing with cancer patients for my book. Hari was also a part of the conversation that I had. And I realized that treatment एक जगह है, treatment सिर्फ physical नहीं है, a lot of it is to do with your mind, right? So this conversation is to understand his mindset of what he went through and how did he choose to survive thrice. So Hari, thank you so much for coming all the way.
Thank you very much, Harbinder.
When were you detected with cancer for the first time?
It's in 2010. I think it's March 2010.
And what prompted you to go get your test done?
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that I was in a temple. We were trying to do the prostate and we were trying to get up. I couldn't because I couldn't breathe. So, and I had a big lump coming out of my axilla in the right side. So I didn't know what it is. So we went to a hospital in Colombo. It happened in Colombo, Sri Lanka, during my business visit. So we went to the nearest hospital. Till that day, I never stepped into an hospital. Till that day. That's till 2010. Maybe I would have gone to see somebody. I would have gone to meet or help my parents sometime. That's the first time I'm going into a hospital for myself. So I don't know any of the jargons they normally use, malignant, non-malignant, this, that, your biopsy, nothing. I don't know meaning of any of this. So when they used a lot of jargons, so I was a bit scared. So then I called a friend of mine in India, in Chennai. He said, fly down, let's see what it is. So all this started in 1st of March 2010, and by end of March I was diagnosed malignant.
And so Hari, when the doctor told you that, Hari, it is cancer, you're dealing with cancer, what was the first emotion that got triggered? What happened?
So normally you don't hear something like that. So it takes time for that to actually hit you. So obviously first is fear, followed by questions. Why me? I think all of you, most of you have come across, its first question is why me? And later I realized fear is the first kicker. And if we are able to address that fear, I think after that the journey is a bit smoother. It will not be so rugged.
Fear was the first thing. How many of you experienced fear as the emotion when you were told that you're dealing with cancer? Did you ask the doctor, how long will I live? Was that a question that you asked?
No, before that he himself kind of said it's stage 4, so this will be the trajectory. He didn't directly tell me that this is the time you have, but indirectly he said you go finish all this, so this is the time we will see when you reach the 6th chemo. After this we will see, kind of. So then we will start maintenance and all that. So you understand what he means.
And what was the treatment that was administered to you, and how long did it take for you to know that you are free of cancer?
I had the full package, surgery, chemo and radiation. It went on for about 7.5 months. And that, I will not say that's the worst part of my life, because Yeah, during that time it was bad, but today during the interview I told you, I feel I'm lucky because after cancer, life is much more colorful and interesting. So, of course, at that time I didn't know. So, now, it looks, you laugh at it when you look back.
But Hari, you went through the problem. You got detected with cancer. You were administered treatment, and you were told that you are free of cancer. And then you had your second innings, right? Did your faith in the treatment go from hair to hair?
No, no, because I've survived first time. So, which means that, okay, there's all possibilities that I will survive second time also. Because earlier I've faced some failures in life and I've bounced back. So it says that, okay, I've learned the lesson the first time. Next time I will not do those mistakes I will not do. Let me try something new.
And what was the new cancer? How did you come to know about the recurrence of the cancer?
Uh, Sometime I was taking Tibetan medicine for coming back after my first stint. So that the side effects and all that kind of little balanced, and I was coming back to normal quickly. So my Tibetan doctor told me that I think your guest has come back to. So the Tibetan doctors, they add a lot of humor when they diagnose or when we go to them. That's the best part I like with them. So he put it very with a lot of humor. He's saying, I think the guest likes you very much, so he keeps coming. I think he's come back. So you go and meet your doctor and see what can be done. So then I came back to my doctor, took my pet and all that. Then we realized I've got my...
And Hari, so when I was interviewing Hari, he told me he has a family of 300, 400.
650 now.
650 people, 650 families is his family. And what he told me was very interesting. कि हरविंदर मैं किसी सिटी में चले जाऊं, मेरे को वहाँ पे कोई ना कोई ऐसी फैमिली है जिसके पास मैं जाऊँगा, अगर वो घर पे हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, वो नहीं भी हैं, आई कैन नॉक दैट डोर, आई कैन गो इन, आई कैन गो टेक अ शावर, टेक अ नैप, ask them to serve me food and go away, and I will still be a welcome guest. Not a guest, you're a family member. So my question to him was, ये कैसे हुआ और ये क्या बोल रहे हो, मतलब मेरे को समझ नहीं आया, because he told me कि अगर today if I become financially broke, if nobody in my real family is with me, I have these 600 families who will ensure that I live comfortably. तो जो उनका आंसर था वो मैं आपको बताऊंगा नहीं, वो आई लेट हिम शेयर हिज स्टोरी एज टू व्हाट ही डज, हाउ ही डज इट, एंड how this community of 600 families or 650 families got nurtured and built.
So this is it's not a very philanthropic act, it's more I'm very selfish because I get so much of energy and love and affection from all the 650. So I am indebted to them. This happened because during my first treatment, there are about 7 people who had the same cycle. So they come for chemo every 3rd week or 4th week. The same time we all come for chemo. So I'm lucky. So though the treatment was bad, side effects are there and all that, I've been a humorous guy from my childhood. So I never like to be in a sorrow state of mind for a longer period of time. So I like to watch comedy, jokes, my friends keep coming. I noticed all other people, they're lacking. Only the family is there and always there is sadness in their face. So I go and sit and talk to all of them. We were in the same hospital, I'd keep going to the same hospital. So I go, sit with them, talk to them, make fun of their husband, wife, children and all that, ask some questions. So they started liking it. I could see from their face, they like. So they started treating me like they bring food, because I'm a foodie, so they know, so they used to bring food when that husband or wife comes to see the patient. And it kind of worked well for all 7 of them. Still, they treat me like a family member for anything. It's been now 14 years. They call me, I think the first set of people, they used to call me for every damn thing. So that beginning, so I could see, then one of that patient, their relative got, so they called me and said, can you come and talk to them? Just like that. I said, fine. So I went to meet the friend relative, so I started talking. After that, the husband called me and said, my wife is feeling very good, she's feeling very confident. So can she call you anytime you want? I said, please call me anytime you want. Like this started. So that became an addiction to me. So the 650, most of the time it's my driver will say something, my neighbor has got this, so I've gone to the driver's place, met the neighbor. Like this, most of the time it's my interest I go, not, as I say again, it's more of my selfish interest, and I feel very happy doing it, so I do it.
This is brilliant because, one of the things, he's a very modest person, very humble person. He runs, in fact, he was into software development, software exports, but after he got treated with cancer, based on his experience in the healthcare industry, he started a healthcare technology venture. But that aside, what he does, when I was talking to him, I said, how does the support group work? Because what I understand is, someone who's a cancer survivor is a support to another cancer patient, right? So I said, do you take calls? Do people call you? And he said, Harbinder, in this era of virtual conversations, I don't get onto Zoom calls. I don't pick up the phone and talk to people because I know कि मिलके ही बात होती है. So whenever he receives a call, he gets a ticket booked, takes a flight, meets the person, and becomes a support for them. So, a round of applause for this man. But, Hari, what I want to understand is, my objective is not to come and amplify and glorify you. But what I really want to understand is, during your experience as a cancer patient, not as a survivor, what is it that you felt the doctor needs to do differently? Can you voice the concern of a cancer patient and share with us today? What do you think that the doctors should do differently when they're dealing with cancer patients?
So if you pamper, normally we show a lot of empathy, and you pamper the patient, the relatives, attenders, protect the patient or pamper, I don't know what are the words to use. I feel that makes the patient more weak. So one of the doctors who treated me always says, what should I do? They say, do this, eat like this, and send all your relatives out of the house. So that's what he's saying, he will say always. So I also say that make the patient feel normal. Please don't pamper him. That makes the patient more weak, and the fear kind of aggravates when you're pampered or when you're protected. So push them out, push them into the water, let them swim, let them be normal. I think the recovery is much faster. That's what I've seen. It works for everybody, but most of them it has worked so far.
Yes.
I've seen. Yeah.
So what happens is that we were talking in the morning, and one of the things that I mentioned was that there is positivity and there is toxic positivity. People around you who come and tell you that, you should remain positive, acha socho, and acha hoga, attract positivity. And you're like, listen, you don't know what I'm dealing with, right? So don't give me all that crap. But these are all well-meaning people. They are talking to you to give you strength. So they are wanting to do good to you. What is your message to the caregivers who are around or in the immediate proximity of a cancer patient? What is it that they should do that allows them to think well for you, to fulfill their desire to have you survive? But what is your suggestion that how should they do it?
So as I said earlier, in my case, I was able to pick up faster and run because a lot of my friends visited me. Friends meaning my schoolmates, my college mates visited me. They all have seen me always happy and say happy, humorous. That's how they have seen me always. So they came, say, from the first time they came and met me, it's always been school jokes, college jokes, and nothing about, hey, you're all right, this, that, nothing, no courtesy conversation. It's been like you picked up the thread from those days. So that helped me a lot. So I feel you, the caregivers or attenders, make the patient feel normal. Don't make them feel like a patient. Again, don't pamper them, don't protect them, or do anything. Okay, help them. Okay, let them travel. Say, for example, of one of the 650 families, that guy is must be 65 plus. When I met, he wanted to learn music. In his childhood days, he couldn't. So his friends came, took him. He was with a bag and all. It's very difficult for him to move. But they made him, one of his friend will come every day, picks him up, takes him to a music teacher. He started learning music at 66 or something. Like that, one old lady, her granddaughter, every day used to take her for painting classes because she likes painting. Okay? She will leave her there, leave a bottle of water, not go and, hey, boy, you're all right, fine, nothing she'll ask. If it's something you're going across, let you go across, you come out of it so that you get that strength and you feel normal. At least you'll try to feel normal. So I'm saying, you don't abandon them, same time, don't keep protecting them. You make them feel normal, help them to do what they like to do. If they want to travel, go with them. In fact, I keep telling them, you travel on your own. Okay. So the benefit of being a cancer patient is you can tell the air hostess, I'm a cancer patient, so you'll get an aisle seat or a window seat. You might be sometimes pushed to business class also. So use all that and travel. You might sometimes puke. First time when I traveled, I shortened my trouser because I couldn't control. But I waited for all patients to get out, then I slowly got out. But that next time, I know what to do. Okay, so when I travel. But that gave me a lot of strength. It didn't make me drop the ball. So it gave me a lot of strength. So I know what to do when I travel next time. But I'd like to travel alone. So that gives you more strength. So I'm telling, please don't make them feel very low and weak. Push them into the water, let them feel stronger. Support them they make sure that they know that you are there to support them when there is something wrong. But let them do their work on their own.
Actually, you're right, because I remember my mother was detected with cancer, and for about a day, 48 hours, I was, I did not know how to break the news to her. But our attitude towards them, because you're overprotective, you don't want to lose them, you want to do all good things for them. She was like, is there something wrong with me? So I think, we kind of send that message so clearly. Hari, we all know we have a expiry date. We all know it. But we don't think about it. We have not thought of death. Cancer is one condition, one disease. You think of death, whether you like it or not, it does come as a question in your mind. And when you survive, you know that you have defeated death this time, right? But you have thought of death. How does this thought change your mindset? How did you change as a person before you had cancer versus how you are now post-detected with cancer?
I think I told you during the interview also. My life has been really, really colorful and entertaining, wonderful after my cancer.
You must define, because people will start assuming a lot of things when you say you have a colorful life.
Yeah. So during your journey of treatment, people keep reminding you that your expiry date and you're on a bonus time, kind of, indirectly, not all the time. So you will like to do what all you kind of, because you're running short of time, you like to finish everything, and you like to do more and more of what you want to do. So that gives you more energy to do what you want to do instead of being how you've been. See, most of us are pushed into doing something which we are not, we would have thought of doing something in our childhood, but we end up doing something else. But this gives you, okay, I have a little time, why not before that, why not I try what I actually wanted to do? So that has opened a lot of avenues. I've done so many things. And after my 2000, with the last 14 years, I've traveled almost 30 countries. And all, not say Africa, in South America. And you will go and meet people without any mission. That's what I've done. And that has broken all that your entry barrier or you're shy to do something, image, you break your image, and you are happy to go and try something new. Second, you start looking for goodness in everything. That is the main takeaway for me. Small things. When I get into Ola, I ask the driver, how are things, how is the weather, how about his children and all that. And when I get down, I pay a little extra, maybe 50 rupees extra. That smile makes you so happy, okay? So these things you don't do saying, okay, I'm the God in you, kind of, nothing like that. You do because you like doing it. That's the difference I've seen. Earlier, when I give something extra, I feel the God complex. Oh, I'm giving something extra, I have more, I will give extra. But after this, I always feel, I do it more for my happiness, I don't do with that God complex. So that makes it more and more, it's like a snowball, I'd like to do it more. So it's been a nice journey after that.
Awesome. You know, जब मैं छोटा था ना, तो मेरी आदत थी कि what I was eating, and if there was my favorite vegetable or a dish that was in my plate, I would keep it on the side and कि ये last में खाएंगे, because you know the aftertaste should remain. And suddenly my younger sister would come and take that out of my plate and eat it, and I would feel really bad कि यार ये तो मैंने बचा के रखा था आखिरी में खाने के लिए. You know, but listening to Hari and some of the other people here, I've known some of you, I've known your stories. What inspires me, and this is an inspiration not just for fellow cancer survivors, but for anyone who's not even dealing with cancer. Enjoy life while you can. You don't have to have cancer to make you realize that live every moment. Okay, so that's a big takeaway, and I think, you know, Hari, I'm sure you would agree, has got an inspirational story, and there's a lesson that we can learn. And I'm sure it will inspire everyone around here. He's going to be around during the day. Please meet him. Have any questions, please ask him directly. He's someone that, you know, you will enjoy knowing. Thank you so much, Hari, and thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.